Good morning, good morning, good morning, and welcome. It's time now for our Car Talk program right here on K1, the one you trust, brought to you by the Doenges family of autos. And here he is, right here from the Doenges family, Brad Doenges. How you doing?
Great. I'm doing great this morning, Tom. It's a beautiful morning in Bartlesville. It's these cooler mornings, and just a few of the trees are starting to change. Not many here around the station, it looks like, but I saw one in our neighborhood that was already had some color. And,
love that.
And, it's
good time of year.
Great time of year. I love these beautiful fall days.
Oh, golly, yeah.
We've had a lot of people out at the dealership in the evenings, and great traffic. It's such a great time in the evening this time of year. The weather's so beautiful, and lots of still getting lots of new vehicles in. I added them up this morning. We had 76 new vehicles on the ground or on the way, and 42 used. So great selection of vehicles and all kinds of Bronco Sports, a bunch of those.
Ooh, nice.
Several Expeditions, F-150s available, a Super Duty, a couple of Mustang GTs, one with the manufacturer installed brake, the what do they call those? The drift brake.
Drift brake,
what it's
yeah,
called.
yeah.
I haven't done much drifting. Do you?
No, I tried that.
I don't drift. What I do could not be described as drifting.
Well, someone out there listening knows what we're talking about.
And they're going, yeah, man, I need that.
It's a brake and the horsepower and the tires and a lot of smoke.
Yeah.
I need to check that out.
Yeah, but this is, I think, the first factory installed one on a car before. So it comes with the performance package on the brand new Mustang GT that just came out of the 24 model year. We just got our second one in, so we have one with the performance pack and one without. And we'll get our third in a few days here, and it'll be these first two were GTs. This third one will be a base model, and the GTs are kind of expensive. They're around $50,000,
but they're worth it.
Yeah, but this base model is about $35,000, so great value for somebody. And anyway, lots of great stuff. But I've got a special guest here today. I want to reintroduce Debbie Halpin to the Car Talk folks, and say hello, Debbie.
Hello.
Welcome back from Hopestone. It's great to have you here. I know you've got a couple of big events coming up.
Yep.
And,
our fundraising.
the big fundraising season is upon you for Hopestone. And, Hopestone, silent auction, Arts of Hopestone.
Yes. So we're really looking forward to that. That is a fabulous event featuring local artists. A lot right here in Bartlesville. We have John Lindblom and Eric Minton, and some of the artists from the Art Association have given us pieces. Tons of pottery. Those Hopestone potters. I went down and saw some of the pieces yesterday. Holy smokes. I cannot wait for the art auction. So I might have to get rid of some of my previous pottery in order to make some room. But boy, it's incredible. The
pottery is kind of a collector's thing, right?
It is.
People do like to get it every year, and
it's magnificent. The things that are coming out of that room are just incredible.
It's really a cool thing too, because it's something you guys create.
Yes,
it's something that's created by the people at Hopestone.
Yes,
and then it's part of the fundraising.
Yeah,
program.
We have everything. The piece is created there. It's fired there. It's glazed there. So it's there. Art is very therapeutic, regardless of what the situation is. Not necessarily health related, but mental health.
Yeah, no,
it's a really good mental health tool because you really have to focus.
Right? I mean, you can't just be stressed out and worrying about all what's going on. You've got to find other ways, things to do, and things to care about.
So it's pretty amazing. We have a couple of absolutely gorgeous handmade quilts. This year, which we've never had quilts before, paintings, all different kinds of stuff. So it's going to be fun.
Last time you were on, you told me about Dad's Walk too, and that's coming up right around the corner too.
Yes,
and that's one I wanted to talk a little bit more about because it's just such a cool story.
It is a really cool story. So we have our Arts of Hopestone is on Sunday, November 5th.
Okay.
From 4 to 6. So come and visit us.
Great afternoon event.
It is, and then head down. Fill up on our goodies, then head down and see Jesus Christ Superstar is at the community center.
Oh, yeah, what a great show.
So
remember that from being a kid.
yes, it's a little different, I think, now than when we were kids. But so just a great way to spend a Sunday afternoon. You're helping people who really need your help. And then go see a fabulous show. And then we have Dad's Walk. So Dad's Walk is, this is the third year for Dad's Walk, is being done by Dwayne Bryan, who lives in Claremore. He is retired Master Chief in the Navy. So he lost his dad to cancer. His sister-in-law is battling again right now. Just a lot of family. Lost a very, very dear friend.
I don't know anyone that's not been impacted.
Right. But he decided to do something about it. Mm-hmm. He kind of decided, okay, I need to help. Yeah. I need to do something to help. How do I help? So raising awareness is a huge thing. And he's all about that. And so what he did is he created this walk where he walked from Claremore, Oklahoma, up to Copan, Oklahoma, which is probably, I think it's like between 65 miles, somewhere around 60, So he does it in a 3-day step. He does from Claremore, he tries to make it all the way up to Nowata the first day, stays in Nowata, then walks from Nowata to Bartlesville, second day, and then he'll stay here in Bartlesville, and then on the third day, he walks from Bartlesville up to Copan.
Great.
And then he has this massive event up at his property in Copan, big bonfire and
lots of food and music and
tons of entertainment. He has 11, I think he said 11 acts that are going to be performing up at the event. And these are up-and-coming musicians, and I will tell you, I've heard a lot of them. They are absolutely fabulous. The talent that he has lined up, I think he's charging $10 a plate for the food.
Pulled pork, ribs, chicken, sides, all kinds of food. I'm sure it's great stuff.
It's fabulous. He's got some of the best people that work on it, that smoke those ribs and stuff. And I'm not a big smoked meat fan, but I will tell you, he did a fundraiser up there a little bit ago, and the food was absolutely amazing. So just a really great event. It raised over $11,000 for us last year.
Awesome.
So this year he's doing it a little bit different. He's given people an opportunity to either donate to us at Hopestone or to donate to Paths to Independence.
Another great Bartlesville
And we
organization.
love Paths to Independence. We just love that organization. They do their graduation in our building. They have their dances in our building. I love that organization as well. So it's a really great thing that he's doing. And he just does it.
Well, it's just a personal inspiration, it sounds like.
And
he's created this great event up in Copan, which gets people up to a small town around us. It's a really great place.
And it's awesome because he gets some of his friends. So he's got a couple of vets that are going to be rolling and walking with him. And then he just invites everybody, hey, come and join me along my route.
Yeah. And he's got some connections in the music industry.
Yes, he does.
Just slightly, a little bit.
Just a little bit. But, so he's an incredible human being. He really, truly is. He's got a very kind and giving heart.
Well, I think that's what intrigued me by this story and his event is just how it's a personal inspiration. It's something he created and that he's given back to our community and to people around us that need help. And it's great.
Yeah.
It's great.
It's just amazing. And the amount of money he raises, and we've gotten donations all over the country. Who hasn't been affected by cancer? Like you said, you never know. It doesn't discriminate.
And that's kind of how Hopestone started, right?
It is.
I mean, it was a personal inspiration.
Yep.
And
Jennifer McKissick, she said, I need to give back. I need to give people a safe place to come, to hang out, to talk, to get the services that they need.
And describe that for some people, maybe haven't heard what Hopestone does and your mission.
So we are a 501c3 that provides free support services to cancer patients. So we We obviously have a beautiful facility at 206 Frank Phillips Boulevard, with a big exercise studio, a boutique where they can come and get free wigs and hats and scarves and all kinds of supplies, colostomy supplies, nutritional supplements. And then we have our pottery studio there. They can go stick their hands in some clay for a little bit of art therapy. We're going to get back to doing our paint and pour parties. So we actually lost our paint and pour artist to brain cancer recently. Very sudden. She was a magnificent lady. But we have our original artist is come back to teach those paint and pour parties. We have Tim Morris, who is a lymphatic specialist. He's retired, but he still is doing lymphatics for our cancer patients. We have counseling services through Samaritan Counseling, just all different kinds of things.
Any kind of support you need, right?
Yes, we have the meal program, which is huge. We're currently raising funds to build a big kitchen because it's over 200 meals a week now that we're making, packaging, and delivering. And a prescription drug program that we work with Ascension Medcare Pharmacy on. Just all different types of things. Our Angel Flight Oklahoma, we work with them. Right. They'll fly their small jets here to Bartlesville even and pick the patients right up in Bartlesville. A lot of those pilots will fly them down to Houston and bring them back so they can meet with, if they're in clinical trials and whatnot. But we partner with them. They're a fabulous organization. So we just try to meet their needs. If so many people think, well, I can't go to MD Anderson or I can't go to Mayo Clinic. Well, yes, you can. Let us help you get there. So you get the referral. We can help you as far as, gas if you decide to drive, your hotel if you decide, that's what you want to do, your hotel expenses, your gas expenses, your airline expenses. So, and it's all just people helping people. Yeah. So I think that's the beauty of our organization. There's no red tape involved. There's no government funding. There's no United Way helps us out a little bit with some grants every once in a while if we have a special project, but we aren't officially a United Way agency. It blows me away to think that this organization has been around for 10 years, strictly surviving and thriving on the people helping people concept. So it's just all of those $10, $20, $50, $100 donations that go back into these programs.
Well, and it's the impact that you guys are having on people's lives that's making that happen.
All the day-to-day. All we need them to do is fight. Yeah. We just need them to fight. If that's what they choose to do, we need them to fight, and we need to be able to take care of those day-to-day things, that they stress about, those moms feeding your family. How am I going to get to, I don't have, gas. Yeah. Gas is like a roller coaster, I don't have enough gas to be going down to Tulsa every day to get radiation. Yeah. Well, we need to take that burden off their plate. And as a community, we've just really...
Thank you, Bartlesville. Bartlesville is a great place. They've done this over and over again through the decades and with so many organizations. And it's one of the great things about our community. These things spontaneously come up because there's a need in the community, and then they're continued by the community and really the network of other nonprofits here and support organizations and people is so strong. It's always been that way.
In the businesses, we couldn't survive without our businesses. You guys.
But it's truly almost every business here does that.
It is.
Some level.
It is. Even the small businesses. This is what we do. How can we help you? The churches, the LDS community, they make our port pillows. We have First Church and the Methodist Church that drop off food and paper towels and all different kinds of things that we need to survive. So we don't have to do that.
List dozens of
tons and tons and tons.
Those churches combining to create Concern and so many other.
Yes, Concern and Mary Martha it's just a great.
Boys and Girls Club, the YMCA.
Go on and on and on.
So it is a great thing about our community. We're so proud to be a part of Bartlesville and what happens around here and what you guys do. It's great. And, we'll get, around next April, we'll be doing our big anniversary event again.
That's fun.
And we did.
Yes,
we were
that
great.
is
It was
fun.
great to support you guys this year.
Yep.
If people don't remember, last April, and during our anniversary, we had our customers who purchased cars selected a local charity to make a donation to. And then the one that got the most got the donation doubled, and Hopestone actually was the one that got the most votes, I guess.
Yes.
Is what to say.
Yeah. It was awesome.
It was great.
It was fun. It was a lot of fun. We had people stop by, with their cars. Actually.
That's good.
Hey, we picked you.
And,
so.
and what was really cool is one of our employees, one of the
Yes.
sales associates, he had experience within
Yes.
his family at Hopestone, and that was one of the contributing factors,
Yep.
I'm sure, is
Yeah.
that how Mark told his story to his customers and the impact that it's had on his family and his life, and that's great because it's another one of those
Yes.
personal stories that
Yes.
creates
We
that keeps
all
it going.
have personal stories, unfortunately.
Yeah, no, it's great stuff, and it is these are the things that tie us together too.
Yes,
and
they
create
are.
that great network of support in Bartlesville. Yeah, boy, what a great event you have coming up. So again, on next is a week after this, Sunday evening, November
Yep.
5th.
Sunday, November 5th.
Where is it again?
It's right at Hopestone,
At
the
Hopestone.
second
So
floor of
you
Hopestone.
You mentioned it being a great
Yep.
place. This is downtown in a
Yep.
historic building.
206 Southeast Frank Phillips Boulevard. Yep.
Yep.
It's a
Been
beautiful
restored,
building.
and
Yes.
it is just a lovely spot.
It's a peaceful place.
Yeah, no, I really enjoy the building, and it's a great spot. So go check that out, and you can get it. If people want to find out more about Hopestone, what should they do? How do they become involved?
We have a Facebook page, obviously, doesn't everyone? And then we also our website, which is www.hopestonecancer.org. And you can go on there and just go through the website. It talks about our meal program. There's all kinds of links in there to different organizations. Dad's Walk, there's a spot on there to donate specifically for Dad's Walk. You can buy your tickets for the Arts of Hopestone there. We've also sent out some invitations, so people should be getting those in the mail. So fill those out, get that back to us. Or stop by and visit.
Yeah, and
Just
I think
stop
if you,
by
and I'm sure you need volunteers.
Yes,
you need people,
always need
And if you just
volunteers.
are curious,
Yeah.
come find out what's going
Come
on.
down and find out. I'm always happy to talk with people. Volunteers are fabulous. We're cooking, so volunteers for the meal program. If anybody likes to grocery shop, bless their hearts.
I'm sure there's a lot of work involved in that, even after the shopping.
Yes, there's a lot involved in that meal program, but it is really life sustaining.
Yeah.
The referrals that we get from the cancer center, they just say, hey, you need to go down here. We need to get you on a good nutrition path. So not everything's super healthy, but I can promise you it really tastes good. That's my Italian roots definitely come out when I can get in that kitchen, that's for sure.
Well, thank you for everything you do down there. It's great stuff at Hopestone. And
God is good.
Yes, thank you. He sure is. We will talk a little bit more about our great Ford and Toyota inventory down at the dealership. We've got a great selection of vehicles available and great incentives right now. Lots of discounts on 23 model year vehicles we need to get rid of. There are a few of those around still. So great deals on those. And I think on both the Ford and Toyota side, I've got a great selection of used vehicles too right now. We're looking to purchase well-maintained 3 to 7 year old, maybe 8-year-old vehicles that are of all types that are in pretty good shape. Those are really in high demand right now. We're seeing a lot of people that are they're needing help. I mean, as you said, looking for very cost-effective transportation, and it's really hard to find that right now that's affordable. And with interest rates going up, and and the just inflation in general. You mentioned gas prices and everything else. Certainly that's been impacted used car values too. So it is harder to get into the low end, highly attractive used car that's going to give you a lot of years of service left. So we're definitely looking for those. They're in high demand. We've also got a program now where we're putting our Zurich Shield Elite Plus on all our new vehicles. You get a 1-year policy on that, which is essentially exterior protection against any kind of harmful element on the paint of the vehicle.
Oh, wow.
And we actually, it's a interior protection too. We seal the fabric and so anything else so that it won't stain, carpets, things like that.
Where was this when I was raising 7 kids?
You can, if you choose,
Pretty good deal.
isn't that cool? If you choose, you can extend the warranty on that beyond the 1 year. But even that first application really is cool. We do it on all the new vehicles. I think over time it's going to help people maintain the value of their vehicles.
Oh, for sure.
And that's just something we've added to our value package there to kind of differentiate us from the other dealers.
Mm-hmm.
Vehicles come with great warranties and stuff these days, and they're all you can structure that the way you want, but the truth is this is the kind of protection that everybody can use, and we all have spilled something in the car. And you do get we have such an extreme weather too, so maintaining your vehicle, keeping it clean and the outside right, the paint looking good definitely adds to the value of the vehicle, and that's something that we see with those 3 to 7 or 8 year old vehicles all the time. One that's been well cared for is definitely worth a lot more than one that isn't. We've also got our Doenges certified used vehicles. These are now up to 15 years old and 150,000 miles. And on those you get a 6-month, 6,000-mile limited powertrain warranty at no additional cost. And that's just a peace of mind thing on those sometimes older vehicles with more miles. They sure do last longer now, so we're seeing and keeping more cars in that, above 100,000 miles that just are good cars, and so we're confident in them. We put them through our shop, do the maintenance and any repairs that are necessary. Sometimes the elective stuff on those we might decide, well, it may not be worth it to fix that, especially if it's something like a cosmetic problem or something. So some of them have some blemishes and some things like that, but they're really good cars, that are well maintained and have some life left. And on those, you can get the limited powertrain warranty for an additional 6 months or 6,000 miles at no cost. So it's another great deal and another reason to shop at Doenges. So there you go. That's car business stuff for today.
Some pretty good car business stuff.
There's always great stuff going on at the dealership. We've got a couple of interviews set up this afternoon with new people we're going to talk to, bringing on great staff. We got a new advisor that just started yesterday on the Ford Service Drive who replaced Steve, who retired at the end of August, and we finally found a great replacement for him. So we'll welcome her aboard. We've got openings now in service for really apprenticeships. So you start out changing oil and you get a chance to learn. And we've got great programs from Ford and Toyota, and then partnerships with Tri-County and OSU Tech in Okmulgee, where you can actually get scholarships, tool purchase programs, all kinds of things, depending on what you're interested in learning and how far you want to go. It starts with light maintenance and repair and changing oil and rotating tires, but you can end up being a master certified technician working on
that's
Fords
a life
or Toyotas.
skill.
It is a life skill.
It is a life
career.
skill, yes.
And
and necessary.
And it's one that we need. These are great. It's a great job. It's if you're interested in working with your hands to a certain degree, but also you need to be inquisitive about technology these days. Because there's so much technology in the vehicles and so many electronic elements connected to our mechanical elements, and as we shift to new powertrains and more computers and chips in the cars and things, it becomes more and more of a real profession, right? I mean,
it's definitely a profession.
We don't call them mechanics anymore.
No.
We call them technicians, and the best are senior master technicians. And we have those in both the Ford and Toyota shop. And so if you start out as an apprentice, you get to work with those guys. You get to see and understand what they've done to get where they are. And they're great mentors and can be a great, really a great career opportunity. And, and the great thing about learning to do that is that's a skill that's transferable anywhere around the world and in all kinds of industries. Because if you think about it, learning to work on cars in advanced ways, could be applied to just all kinds of
engines, motors, everything.
They're in airplanes. They're in all kinds of mechanical implementations. You've got people that work for big corporations or cities or different governments that work on vehicles. So it really it can open up a whole,
it's a great program.
Life. Same kind of thing in the body shop. We've got because that's an industry that's really specialized, and if you don't, if you don't learn it, kind of at a disadvantage. And it is a it's a unique kind of interest in restoring cars back to the way they were before an accident, or sometimes it's just restoring a car that maybe is aged or has an issue, like we mentioned, the things on the exterior with paint and things like that. But the reality is it's a great, very highly technical job. It works on what they call the metal and the paint side, so you really tend to specialize in either fixing the car back, the metal, putting it back to the way it was, or in the painting it and putting the paint together. And we've got a first-class facility with then our ICAR certified and provide training throughout your career in the body shop field as well. And the same thing goes in virtually all our departments. We have training programs, leadership programs, really trying to help people, find a pathway and something that where we can have that great value exchange between our employees and the companies that creates opportunity. And heck, that's been the from the very beginning. It done just what happened. It's getting that spark when my grandfather played on the basketball team in Tonkawa, and eventually he got hired after college to come back there, and he and his brother ended up being the dealers, and that was in 1929.
Wow.
And here we are still selling Fords. Moved a little bit east from Tonkawa to Bartlesville
That's pretty cool story.
in the about 1941, and we've been here ever since. And I love that idea of the spark starting the fire that's still going. And I think you guys do that too at Hopestone and the Dad's Walk thing.
Yes.
And these sparks of all the great things happening in our community. So
you can even join Dwayne on his walk.
Yeah, no, I'm intrigued by that. I hope there's not some soccer going on that weekend.
Well, you can meet him at Yoakum's and walk to Bartlesville.
There you go. That sounds good. I really want to go have some of that smoked meat. And hear the up-and-coming musicians. That sounds like the party to go to.
That's the one.
That's the one. That's going to be a party. If I know Dwayne, that is going to be a party. Well,
tell him he's welcome to come anytime.
I will. He's a busy guy.
I'm sure
he's
he
a very
is.
busy guy.
That's fine. I'm intrigued by his story.
He actually golfed in the Logan Cochran golf tournament this past weekend.
Wow.
So he's busy. He's doing a lot of things for a lot of people, so we really appreciate him.
Brad, where can we find you?
Well, we're out there at DungesChoice.com is probably the easiest way to do it, or out on Highway 75 on Washington Boulevard in 1901 or 1911.
All right, very good. Great having you both in studio today. Everyone have a great day today, and you've been listening to Car Talk right here on K1.